Jeez.
All right, we are live.
Hello, welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians podcast, episode 452. I am Otto, and today I'm joined with Jared.
What's up, guys?
And Victor Charlie. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys and lady?
And there's James Babb. Oh,
Great to be with you.
Swig a beer.
And a returning guest, the one who apparently, I'm not a biologist, but apparently that's our only guest who has a bonus hole. Latina libertarian, Olga Maria.
The bonus hole.
I just want to say that's just the new PC term, guys. I don't know. Did you guys see this story? Did you?
No.
Yeah. Fill us in. Why don't you give us the
Okay.
background for those that don't have their finger on the pulse of culture?
Bonus hole.
Well,
Bonus holes.
Yeah, this is something serious, guys. We have to take this into consideration for people's feelings.
Sounds very
Jared,
serious.
if you want to share the story, it's the last story in the chat. I just posted in
The
there.
last story. All right.
Yeah,
Bonus.
I would share it from my computer, but we all know how bad my computer is.
Well, I think I guess the mentality goes that like everybody has like a regular hole, but then some people have a bonus hole.
Unfortunately, I have to start a 1-month trial to see this.
Oh no!
No. You
But
take
vagina
telegraph.
branded as bonus hole by cervical cancer charity.
Wow.
So
Wow. So this is
Yeah.
an actual
Thank you.
charity, and this is how they're
So-
marketing it to be
yeah, I mean, this is
PC
what we
in
got to go with.
2023.
Sorry.
I like it.
I gotta
I
be
don't have
PC
any
here.
problem with that at all. Do you guys have any problem with that? I mean,
Here, I hacked it.
Oh, there you go.
All right, what do we got here?
Let's see. A
Break it
charity which advises medics to refer to a vagina as a bonus hole to avoid
Oh.
upsetting transgender men has been accused of dehumanizing women. Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust offers a guide on its website detailing the appropriate language healthcare professionals should use when dealing with trans men. Bonus hole and front hole are deemed acceptable alternatives to vagina. A word
Very
which
clinical.
yes. I do like
Very.
bonus hole though. It just sounds like you won something, you know?
Well, it's
Yeah,
better
you
than
get a
front.
bonus hole.
It's better than front hole.
Yeah, front hole is just
Sounds like
Yeah,
the
Front hole
part
is
of a,
so
of
demeaning.
a
Not sexy.
lawnmower or something.
Bonus sounds like you
Right.
won something, you know?
Yeah.
It's like bonus round, you know?
My
Yeah.
God. You know,
Lights
I
are
thought there'd
flashing.
be flying cars in 23,
Confetti.
but no.
Nope, this is Clown World.
yeah.
The
Sounds-
We went
Jetsons-
down the
Clown
wrong
World
the
theme.
wrong
The
branch.
Jetsons steered us wrong.
Right. What the
Oh,
hell?
they
That
did.
CERN, whatever they were doing over there, the super collider. What the
Mm.
fuck?
We're on the wrong timeline.
Yep.
We went down the wrong bonus hole.
Well, it
Yeah,
went
we
from
went
like
down the wrong
breastfeeding to chest feeding
Chest
to
feeding, yeah.
Birthing
to-
person.
to birthing person to
Or-
like uterus haver.
Did-
Chest
Isn't-
feeding makes
isn't
me
there
think
like
of
a-
like
like a non-male person, isn't that also a term? Like a not. Remember that one?
Bleeder.
No,
well,
it
there's a
was-
term called NB, which is it's written out ENBY, but it stands for NB non-binary. I learned that recently.
Okay.
So they've got their own like little
Lingo.
shorthands. Yeah,
I
lingo.
saw something where it said we should stop saying like heterosexual. You're supposed to say like, or no, if you're
yeah.
a guy who's straight, you're supposed to be not like cis. It's supposed to be like vagina sexual or something like that, or something like that. Like you, it's so weird. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. But I was like a week ago, and who knows? Things have changed since then. I don't.
Dude,
the lingo
that's
changes.
already bigoted.
Yeah.
Well, I've heard for the first time vagilineal instead of matrilineal.
wow.
I like that.
I liked it too. I thought that was pretty creative.
Wow. What the hell?
I don't know. This is total clown world. You can't make this shit up. So,
But
yeah.
like just mixing up the language is key to their agenda, right? Like just destroying traditional concepts in general, making people just so. I mean, we're laughing it off, but we're from the generation that grew up, you know, relatively in it with a normal culture, you know, relatively to today. But people
Yeah.
now they're going to move forward, and this is what they're going to consider
All they know.
normal. Yeah.
Right.
It's insane.
I
I-
saw some
the-
headline. I mean, who knows if this is real or not, but it said something like at X university, Harvard or something like that, 45% of people identify as
Yeah.
members of the LGBTQ community. Like
Yeah,
not
because-
just
Why not everyone?
allies, but
Right.
Well, every time you add a letter, that number goes up, right?
right.
So it's like eventually it like everyone's included, right?
Yes.
But it's like statistically speaking, like this is not possible. It's just
no,
not
no,
possible.
it is. It is because it's more women are bisexual than men. In
Okay, it is
I would
college.
think-
Let's okay,
exactly.
that's fair.
academia is more and more female than ever. I would just would assume that those
But I
numbers
don't
go
even
up.
think it's about that. It's about you can have these non-binary
Yeah.
pan whatevers that really can mean anything to a lot of people, but people want to feel special and be part of this oppressed group, right? So they're going to add letters. I just call it LGBTQ CIA Y2K at this point. Just keep adding stuff to it.
CIA.
Well, in Canada, it's officially 2S
Oh, yes.
LGBTQIA plus, right?
Right.
Didn't we have
And
the
the plus
clip?
is just all encompassing, right? I mean, the plus
There's
is
going to be a
no,
bunch
that's-
of like
That's for
number
the pedos
sign and-
specifically.
that's
They get it.
yeah.
Didn't we have
Hashtag.
the clip we played?
It's 18
Trudeau?
plus.
Didn't we show
Oh, yeah,
the
we had
clip,
the clip.
like a couple of weeks ago of Trudeau
Yeah.
like stumbling over all
With the wizard
I
in the
saw that.
background and
He was like LGBTQ. I stand with the LBC, the QA plus. Like,
Dude,
Wow.
I'm so
How did
old.
the
I
two
just remember when it was
spirits
the
get in there?
LGB
Right.
community.
yes, exactly. For a long time.
but see, those were people at the time were actually being oppressed. You know? Now it's like now it's just
Well, in Canada, that group.
I'm a
that
demi
group-
boy. Respect
Remember
me.
that Canadian group? It also included wizards. And
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the wizard.
these are the
'Cause
protected
that's
groups. It now includes wizards.
that's
Hey,
an
man,
identity.
wizards are pretty oppressed. I mean, have you ever read like Harry Potter or
Yes.
Or
In
or
alternate
like the Merlin
universes.
series, yeah.
yeah, or like Flat World or whatever.
Flat
Listen,
world.
I
Not
listened
not
to
the flat Earth.
They're gonna
but
add. They're
the
gonna add
Rim
flat
World, Rim
earthers.
World.
They're gonna add like an F for flat earthers on that LGBTQ thing. Watch.
Finally, Alex will be a protected class. Member of a protected class.
It'll
Finally.
become illegal to make fun of flat earthers soon, as long as they get
Right.
attached to that trail.
Yeah.
Well, they
Hey, we're all going to
recently
go to
passed a
jail for
bill in
something
Michigan.
eventually. It might as well be that.
Jesus.
Did we add that into the?
Ba-dum.
I don't know if it's in the docs, but Michigan, and we were talking about it yesterday with some of the meat cocks here in Maryland. Michigan just amended a law to add to hate speech, maybe amended already previous laws on hate speech, which there's no such fucking thing as hate speech or hate crimes. It's crimes are crimes regardless. But it just amended it that if you don't if you're not using someone's pronouns properly,
correctly.
if you
Right.
misgender or whatever, you could be facing up to a $10,000 fine or potentially 5 years in jail.
And in
5
what-
years.
What?
In what
Canada?
setting? Like in a school, in a
That's-
anywhere?
Yeah,
Where's
let's
North
see,
Korea?
right? No, this is a Michigan law.
This is Michigan.
Yes,
Michigan?
it just passed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let me find it.
Save us.
Ugh.
So they're trying to create like protect. It's
Oh, they had like the
ridiculous.
crazy governor that got like kidnapped or whatever, right?
Yeah.
right, yeah.
And didn't it turn out that was like feds?
Oh, probably.
That was like, yeah, it came out
Oh,
that
yeah,
that
they
was
were.
like not a legitimate.
Right. What if it was whatever they're spraying on Canada has wafted into Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh
it's
yeah.
it's the last
I mean,
story
they're
there.
border
So this
state,
is,
right? Forest fires don't smell like burnt rubber.
there's a
I
little
live right
vid-
next to the border. It smells not
Yours
like
smells
a
like burnt
forest
rubber.
fire.
We had here. It
Yeah.
kind of smelled like a campfire. It did in Pennsylvania, but
I don't know. You got the good stuff. We got
Yeah, it kind
whatever
of smelled like a
fucked up shit.
campfire here.
I got the cover smoke smell. You got whatever they
Right.
were trying to cover
Whatever
up.
was actually burning 8 miles
Yeah.
from the border.
Right. Yeah.
They said, "Fuck
Yeah.
chemtrails. We're just gonna dump the whole goddamn thing at
Yeah.
once."
We
they're
see
gonna give you
their
the full
see,
load.
their subsidized suicide program has been so successful. They didn't know how to get rid of the bodies, so they had to build a
Incinerate them.
giant like funeral pyre, right? And they just
Well, someone was saying like that 60 tons or 60 pound, whatever, 60,000 tons of this chemical like that disappeared in California or wherever it was, like from a train that it disappeared.
Oh yeah, we talked
And
about
someone
that.
that was like that, right? So then that was the other conspiracy theory that was that chemical, because that weird haze that happened in New York City, we didn't get any of that. And I'm right here, so it was like weird. It's like, how did it skip us and go down that way? And then they were like, it's from Nova Scotia.
Like, I was trying to find a
know.
motive for all that arson. Like, why is it just sick people doing what sick people do? But what if it was to cover up? Like, we're got to burn.
Wait, did they prove it was
something up?
arson?
I think there was a lot of arson, but I think it's maybe it's just my assumption.
Did any of you see any pictures or videos of the fires? Because I didn't.
No.
I just saw them showing like what was being affected, the areas affected.
That too. Yeah, you figure like you're up there in Vermont. You know, you figure
there was some overhead imagery of like the somebody was pointing out how like they started at the same time or whatever. But
yeah, that
weather
was satellite imagery, Jared. Yeah,
yeah,
I was seeing that. And then you have
it's kind of hard to get up close footage of fire. It's kind of.
I mean, they do it in California all the time, though.
True,
right?
You literally see like it's on fire, and I can't recall any of that. Just like smoke.
We had a fire locally here in Soldier's Delight, which is just like a big park. The whole park like went up in flames.
Oh my god!
Why are you giving me that look, Otto? You didn't hear about this?
What was the cause?
I think it was just. I don't know. I don't know if it was determined.
Climate
change, of course. Yeah.
Well, has it been particularly dry in the
have you guys not heard? This is yesterday was the hottest day ever on Earth in the history of Earth all time.
According to certain news channels.
Yeah, yesterday was like 65 degrees over here.
Or it was a couple days ago, but they're really pushing this climate shit. They're really pushing this.
Well, that's the next lockdown that they're going to do, right? 100%. They're gearing up for it.
Yeah.
Oh, everyone's going to love the climate lockdowns. Oh, it's going to be fabulous.
Yeah, don't know if you could go to work today because the air quality alert. So if your license plate number has an odd number, sorry, you're working remote today. I mean, they did that shit in the 70s during like the gas crisis, I mean, I could see it happening because
they are so ready for that.
Yeah,
all they need is a CBDC. You know what I mean?
That's the next.
I mean, just
their control more efficient way. Yeah, a more efficient way to distribute the UBI payments. You know, it's like COVID's was the model. Now it's like, all right, now we know how we know how to work this out better. That was like kind of like COVID's was like the rough draft, but. Yeah, you see it coming. I mean, I watched Normie News and they lead in with like, this was the hottest day on Earth.
Which is complete bullshit. Everybody knows that, right?
Like, I mean, the hottest day on Earth ever. I mean, what about when the Earth was covered with molten lava?
Yeah, remember that day the moon hit?
Yeah.
like that was hot.
When the dinosaurs were incinerated.
The dinosaurs aren't real. It's a psyop. It was all just to create revenue for the museums.
Birds aren't real.
Smithsonian is
fossils aren't real.
Smithsonian is
not real. I don't know if Jared, if you want to go play.
Oh yeah, dude.
Play the post I have in the chat.
Let's see. Where is she?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
It's a she. That narrows it
she
down.
has a bonus hole too.
Sorry.
Oh god.
Where is it?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a biologist, so I don't know.
Oh yes, I haven't seen this.
Yes.
Oops, sorry. I'm trying to turn this up.
I'm telling you, I'm getting the off, and there's a reason why I'm getting the off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it. I don't give two but I am telling you right now, that mother back there is not real. And
can everybody look?
And you can die with them or not. I'm not going to.
I wish
I'm sorry.
Get a look at who she was talking about.
It was some guy with a green hoodie on.
They show it in another picture, and he looks sus. But I'm very superstitious.
He looks like a stoner.
I would have been right behind her. I'm superstitious on planes. I was like, let me get off.
So
That was
go
like
down
some
to-
Twilight Zone episode. Like, there's someone on the wing. Like, what
Yeah.
And what happened? They were the wing was all messed up.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
no, it was like a guy, and I think like he wasn't blinking. It was like something. It was something weird. The guy looked weird.
Wait, actually, hold on. Here's a picture of
I see Johnny Rico. I'd get the F off.
Yeah, that's
too.
why.
Oh.
me following that chick off the plane because I ain't about to be Skinwalker food.
Look at all the memes.
Oh no, I thought you were sharing the one from the Instagram. I gotta find that
Yeah,
one.
that's what I posted on Instagram. Oh, the other one?
Yeah.
I there was a few of them I posted today.
I mean, there was another video that was put out, and people said, "Oh, that was just fake. That guy wasn't there."
Yeah, that's what I saw.
But the guy was creepy. Now I don't know if there was, but nobody else has come forward and actually like
Verified
was
anything.
Yeah, like that. I mean, he did look creepy, but maybe he was.
Has
Well, they were
anybody
probably
got
all
blind.
prepped
Is it,
before they
like,
got off
where
the
is this
plane.
guy now? Like, what if he's
Yeah.
real? Shouldn't he be showing himself? And like, he
Right.
could be making some bank on some interviews right now,
Seriously.
proving that he's actually real.
I mean, he could be a
So-
lizard person. I don't know. I mean, we're in strange
I
times.
think that's
Oh, yeah.
that was the kind of the feel of it, like that he was some type of that his eyes blinked the wrong way and freaked
Yeah, I
her
saw the
out.
TikTok where the guy was like, "I was on the plane." This guy told this
Yeah.
straight up. He was obviously lying, but he told this straight up story where he's like, "I talked to the guy and then his eyes blinked like this."
Yeah. Oh man, Otto, plant-based. He's about to see Turnstile. He's reporting live from the show. tonight.
Oh, that's right.
He's
He's
watching
wearing
the
his
show
punk
at a-
rock libertarians.
He's
Yeah.
watching our show.
He's at a Blink
at
182 show, watching our show on his
Nice.
phone.
And
That's
he's wearing a
dedication, man.
PRL shirt.
Yeah. Thanks, plant-based. That's
Turnstile was
dedication
great
for
when I
real.
saw them in the basement of a row home like 12 years ago.
Isn't it nice when our biggest fan isn't someone that's like totally unhinged, like that one dude?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's been several.
We've
It
had
feels good, man.
we've had some.
Thank you, Plant Base.
yeah,
Thank you
we've
for
had some-
repping one of our shirts.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
I got a compliment on that on my punk rock libertarian shirt
Oh,
from
yeah,
just
where
a
was that?
random person at a I don't know, it was like I forget where I was, like just like a cashier somewhere. I was a cashier at like a pizza restaurant.
Hmm.
And she
Okay.
she just saw the punk rock libertarians. I didn't have time to like like I don't know if she really
Evangelize.
I don't know if she like recognized the word libertarian or she likes punk rock. I wasn't sure what it was,
Yeah. It could go either way.
How would you get said T-shirt if you were
Phil?
you know-
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. You go to the libertarian.
Dude, I totally set you
Well,
up. Put the
while I'm
ball on the
promoting this,
tee.
go look in the chat, and you'll see why I'm doing it. Yeah. So go to libertariancountry.com and use the code PRL podcast for a 10% discount, and spend $50 or more. Use the code PRL2. That's libertariancountry.com. That's how you get our shirts. Or you could sign up for Patreon, for the $10 level, and you'll get a free one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Except you're kind of paying for it, but it's still technically free.
It's complimentary.
It's
We also have a
complimentary.
Fed level, and
Yeah, we
I'm
got to
gonna
get
save
more
something
subscribers to
free.
the Fed level.
Yeah, and I'm going to save a story for the gun show this weekend. And if we do have any feds, you might want to listen in on this episode. So $1,000. We'll talk the Libertarian Party of Maryland tabling at the gun show recently this weekend.
Yeah,
So-
you can
Made
only
for a
imagine
great
what
meme.
kind of talk about ghost gunning and 3D printing and bump stops and
yeah.
who knows
so
what
we'll
came
talk
up,
about we'll talk about that in the after hours. I got a great story.
Yeah,
from
let's
the gun
save that
show.
for the after hours.
So if you want to listen to the after hours, gotta
Go to patreon.com/punkrocklibertarians.
3
There
Fed
you
notes.
go.
Bam.
Or the
So-
$1,000 level, the Fed level.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
don't be a pussy. Just don't be a
No,
front hole. Just sign up.
Hey,
That's awesome.
did you guys see the
the
photo
podcast
of Hunter Biden doing coke on the
Yes,
White
he
House
was
balcony?
Funny you mentioned
Fucking
that.
ripped.
Oh my
So-
gosh, I saw that
I just
video so
posted
many
the link
times.
here.
Well,
If you-
I have
Oh.
the link, and I sent it in earlier, but
Oh,
whatever.
there- well, there-
Play whatever.
Oh,
That's
this
the-
one, yeah.
Yeah, holy shit.
Took a bump off his taking
So
a
they're
bump off
up in
his
the
fist.
balcony of the White House. There's Meet Joe
look at Jill
and,
Biden's face.
and the non-doctor.
Wait,
Look at her
yeah,
ugly
that's-
ass dress.
That's one of the replicas.
Yeah, but look
though.
at her face once it's happening. She's totally
She's
aware
mortified.
of what's happening. It's like,
And
roll up his
boom.
feet, his hair bump.
Oh yeah, she's doing like the sway, like fuck.
Yeah.
Okay,
and he's-
but I don't know. There's been videos made of me that look like I'm doing cocaine.
That's true.
True, very true.
So
During the,
I got to defend Hunter here. He could just be blowing his nose or something into a tissue. Right? Who knows?
dude, but that other.
was
Well,
an
what about
issue.
Joe just like dead-eyed on those children right there?
Right?
I know,
that-
yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god.
Just
Why are
smiling.
those children even there? You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Might be
why
Right.
are they bait? Like what's going on?
That's how they
Dude, how
entice them, like, to go places. Like, okay, you're gonna speak here. Follow the kids. Like, just go follow the
I
kids.
swear to God, that's what
Mark
they're doing,
Joe.
Olga, right?
In fact, I have another video on this topic. This is
like
out of control. Now,
Joe would be the one guy.
It could be
Joe would be
fake.
the one guy watching The Sound of Freedom, jerking off in the theater.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus
Wait, the
Christ.
Sound of Freedom. I don't know.
Hey,
that.
Fix
can
it.
you play? Can you play this one with the sound up? And I want you to tell me if it's fake or not. Okay, somebody maybe edited it because I have no way of knowing.
No, this is real.
Turn the sound all the way up.
All right.
So this
Crank.
is Biden for our listeners. Biden's close in. This woman's taking a selfie. She's out there holding the kid.
Don't tell mommy what I told you.
That was
It's definitely edited, dude.
Nah, well, okay.
With
I
the
don't know,
sniffing
man.
sound.
Yeah.
And then he says, "Don't tell mommy what I told you."
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Either
Maybe
way,
that's
it's
hilarious.
creepy.
regardless,
But it-
it's coming
it
in way
almost-
too fucking
It
close.
almost looks like you could see the mask line of whatever
Oh.
meat suit that is.
Yeah, it's Meat Joe.
See, Olga's in on Meat Joe.
Oh.
So
On
you're
the
saying
series.
you're
This
saying the
looks
snip
weird.
sounds were added. for comedic
Skinwalker.
effect.
Oh, look at that Skinwalker Joe. Holy shit! Look at all that flabby ass. Oh, that's gross.
Listen, have
definitely
you
looks
ever
like a
built
mask.
a skin covered animatronic robot? It's hard to get the fitting right on the skin.
Can't say that I have.
I
And
don't
then
know.
you
I'm
get
starting
It
to think
needs
they
some
retired.
looseness to move around.
They retired CGI Joe. I think CGI Joe is just for the COVID. They could
Yeah.
have him
Yeah.
out.
They couldn't get the bugs worked out.
Yeah,
Dude,
so
and
I think this is now
that's
just
what we're witnessing.
various
We're
forms of
witnessing.
Meat Joe.
Yeah, we're. That's why there's all these like every other day. It's like Jesus Christ, look at this fucking guy. Did you see him on the beach the other day?
They don't even look the
yeah.
same.
Oh
Or
my
him-
god.
They all
Him
look
walking in-
different.
Walking in front of the Queen. Did you guys see that video? Or
Yeah,
I'm
or-
sorry, he was with the King.
Yeah, the Queen is.
Well, he walks in front of the King.
He's gonna be with the Queen soon enough.
Well, the reason I bring it up is because the media was blasting Trump because Trump walked in front of the Queen and like everyone freaked out. Like, does he not know how to walk in front of the Queen? Like, oh my gosh, it was such a scandal. And they were
Yeah.
making fun of him on like Tonight Show and everything else like that. And then there's a video today, I guess he was with the King and he's just wandering around like a little old man who doesn't know where he is and walking in and out in front of the King.
Mr. McGowan the shit out of it.
Yeah, Mr. McGill.
The king looked like he didn't have any problem with it too. He was just like used to also being like the you know, just as a fellow, you know, super pervert, right? Like
Yeah, they're still
like,
high off their adrenochrome shots.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
You
you
know,
know, and I'm sure he was just like wishing that his friend what was his last
Savile?
name?
Savile? Is it? Yeah.
Seville. Yeah, Saville. Yeah, he's like, oh, I wish Jimmy Seville could be here to see this reunion with with the kid sniffer himself. You
Oh
know,
god, yeah. It,
so gross.
Have you
it
guys
just-
like seen like the I'm sorry to cut you off, but
Oh,
have
no,
you
go
guys
ahead,
seen the
Olga.
crazy pushback against the that movie that came out about the sex trafficking with the
Yeah,
kids?
Sound
I
of
haven't
Freedom,
seen it yet.
yeah.
Have anybody see it yet?
Like that, but the pushback is insane.
It's just
They're like
really
the
revealing.
alt-right QAnon,
Yeah.
you know, QAnon movie. And it's like
they're like, hey, wouldn't you rather
why-
watch Cuties instead?
exactly.
Seriously.
so
It's
Sound
like
of
the
Freedom
level of-
came out last weekend, and it's already beaten out Indiana Jones.
How is that
Well,
possible? Even
what
for this
service
kind
is
of a
it on?
film? Has it been like pushed in churches or
theaters.
something? Like,
It's in
how
theaters.
is this?
Yeah.
How is this so?
People
so
are
huge?
I mean,
Word of mouth.
I was shocked that it was showing like in several movie theaters in Vermont of all places, and
Oh, wow.
and it's been
Same
packed.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just about like pedophiles.
it's
Well,
about
Mel
sex
Gibson
trafficking.
did it, but it's just about like is it
No, this isn't the Mel Gibson one. This is a
Oh,
different
okay.
one.
okay.
Mel Gibson's is actually hasn't come out yet, I don't think.
Hmm.
This is
Has
one
it?
that was done and it actually shows footage of this rescue operation where they set up to catch the pedophiles, and they set up, I think it was like in Colombia
catch
or
a predator?
something,
At the White
and like
House.
all these all these people like showed up to this, to this island specifically for, pedophilic behavior, and then the police came out and they caught them. And then at the end of the movie, they show like the actual pictures of like the actual rescue. But yeah, so I mean, a lot of people saw this movie. I didn't realize it did that well.
Yeah.
But the pushback of it is more telling than anything else.
Yeah, it's
you would think this would unite people. It's like, nope.
I mean, I'm sure.
Gotta
Well, it's
have
not
that
out of
left,
the.
right.
It's not from Hollywood, right? Like, so this
Right.
blockbuster is in the theaters, and the usual producers aren't getting paid, so they're probably pissed just based on that alone. Plus, we know that their whole thing, is like they're the ones getting exposed in all of this, like, so of course they want to downplay it and discredit it, before they're like the next thing that like they're in the sequel, like they know
Oh my
their
God.
day's coming.
Feeling that hellfire.
But
Yeah, so I have not
has
seen
anybody like fact checked it in a legitimate way, or critiqued it on a non-political way to like I mean, is it legit? Like, what do we really know fact wise?
Doesn't sound like it's filled with falsehoods. I mean, it's all based off of real things, and
I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying it. I don't even think I want to watch it, because that's just
I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
It's
I
not
don't
the kind of movie I want to see.
disturbing. Yeah.
Like, what I want to watch is I saw. Well, I don't want to watch it, but I was glad to see it. Was the that Dr. Nasser or whatever, the Olympics doctor got stabbed. He got stabbed like 11 times in jail today, which was great.
He was
raping. Yeah, he was like raping.
He
all
was
the
a
women.
Michigan State athletic trainer. And it was who was the Olympian that came forward, the gymnast that came forward and revealed it all.
Wasn't
the FBI knew about it?
And they were covering up for him.
Yep.
Yeah, it's so yeah, he's dead, right? He got stabbed 11 times.
No.
You think?
No, he's alive. He's in stable condition.
Fuck.
He just got jail shanked 11 times.
Yeah.
You could survive that.
Well,
that's good. Hopefully he'll get some more tomorrow.
Yeah,
well, one of the comments I saw was
kid diddler in prison, like, forget about it. Like, your days.
One of the comments I saw was, I hope he recovers so they can do it again.
That's probably mine.
Sick. I mean, that's over the top, like, I mean,
is it?
But I mean, it's really coming out. I mean, it's fucking obvious. Like that they're, and this was just in Northeast Maryland, and there was another cop in fucking Anne Arundel County, Maryland, that was caught like they're fucking pedophiles. There was this Northeast cop. This Mises Caucus tweeted this out. They tagged us in this post. But some state cop fucking caught with child porn. It's like, what the fuck? Like, these are the people that are compromised, that are preventing. And this is just like low level. This is just like a county cop, and then this is a state cop. We're not talking like federal level cops that we know for a fucking fact are corrupt to the core. But yeah, this was just, and it just goes to show the level of corruption of just fucking cops. So yeah, any Fed levels that want to pony up and pay $1,000,
not just
like,
cops.
I'm going ham on fucking Feds because I'm fucking sick of them. Like,
here we go. I got more.
Yeah, it's just like,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah, like, look at all this shit. And this is just that, like, people that walk amongst us.
Did you see the cop in Colorado that killed the dog? The golden retriever for no reason. I couldn't watch
the video. But I'll be honest. Like,
I couldn't watch the video either. I started watching it and I saw the dog all happy and the cop there, and I was like,
yeah,
I already know what happens.
You
I can't
motherfucker.
see it.
And I forget who his name was from Georgia. Like, so many people like retweeted it, and I just did not want to see it. And it was a dude from down in Georgia. He has a school, former Marine, like has a school, King Randall, huge school, for like all black boys school, like kind of like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's fucking based. King Randall is like the shit. And he said, I don't care. He's like, you do that to my dog, I'm fucking murdering. Like, and I'm like, dude, he's a Marine and he's no fuck around. Like, he's like, And you know what? That's what it's going to have to come down to, because that broke my heart. I'm like,
Wait, what happened? It was a
golden retriever walking. It was off leash, but you clearly in like a residential neighborhood. I couldn't even watch it. I watched up to the point where I saw the cop draw, and I'm like, I don't even want to watch this.
Yeah.
But it's clearly just a friendly golden retriever.
And the poor dog, I think, the dog was like listening.
ran
I
away.
think he was
Why was there a
calling
cop?
the dog.
Why was there a cop there?
Because they're filming. I don't know what the circumstances, but they turn on their camera. So it was from his camera.
It is a good question.
Hold on, but why was the cop out there? Was he there stopping a car? Was he like looking for the dog? Like, what was the?
That's the thing, dude. I couldn't even watch it. I didn't even want to go down
there was
rabbit
nothing
hole on it.
Thrill seeking.
Was he just like, hey, I'm going out to kill a dog today?
No,
Like,
they showed up to it was like this, like they get a call for some type of domestic something or whatever. Cop gets out of his car. He's approaching this fence on the sidewalk, and also this golden retriever runs out at him, just like wagging his tail, and then runs away from him, and then runs at him again at like full speed. And that's when the cop just pulls out the gun, and just shoots him like a few times in the back, and the dog slowly tries to walk away, and then it's just like,
well, I mean, listen, to be fair to that cop, we don't know like how strong his roids were, right? Like he could have been roid raging so hard, right?
Yeah, you also don't know what crimes that dog committed beforehand, right?
Yeah,
right.
I know.
We don't know.
Did that dog have a criminal record?
Right?
Yeah,
Like,
what did the dog say?
did that cop even have a chance to beat his wife recently?
And it's to like Johnny.
Maybe he had
Rico's
no other
point.
way to let off that violent energy that this has to do.
Maybe if the dog listened the first time, he wouldn't have been in that position.
This is such a great point by Johnny Rico. You see these fucking cops and who they're fucking hiring. They are the lowest common denominator and IQ and just scum. They're
that's the
and they're
job
giving out all
requirement.
these bonuses. The fact that like when you're going like across my state lines, across Pennsylvania, and you're up in like Philadelphia and up in York, Pennsylvania, and like even up, I've been seeing like billboards up there advertising for Baltimore County Police, Baltimore City Police.
Oh yeah.
Nobody wants to be a fucking
everywhere.
cop. And they're just throwing out all this money, and now you have a complete police state. You have all these like shootings that are getting, I don't know, totally MK Ultra psyop. You had people locked in their homes for 2-3 years. The amount of drugs that people are on, like antidepressants, everything, 2 years of lockdowns, and then you have people vaxxing the fuck out. And like I'm telling you, like the gun control is coming, and then you have these fucking like they're not bringing their best. Like these fucking cops are they're borderline retards. And I mean, just what happened in Ocean City, Maryland, that I tweeted out from like that. Did you guys all see that tweet?
Yeah,
like like what the fuck? Like dudes vaping, like
what
vaping. Let me pull it up. But this was
in the meantime, I don't know, Jared, if you want to share
go
that
ahead,
on the screen. This was going back to what we were talking about before, but it's not just cops and feds. This is a Marine taken into custody after a missing teen girl. She was 14, was found at Camp Pendleton in the barracks.
Yeah, dude.
Found in the barracks.
It is like out in the fucking open.
14-year-old girl.
This is the standing army we were warned about. This is what you get.
Right.
And you don't think they do the same shit in Okinawa or wherever the bases
100%.
are?
And I saw like I was,
Germany.
I mean, I maintained Empire.
Is that the girl?
No. That's
some other dumb shit.
Yeah.
But the family members are like they're like Steven Seagal and like they're fucking out for justice. So, but who knows? They might go away mysteriously.
I hope they get it.
I mean, is the commander been brought up on charges or like? How?
I mean, it's early on, but they've definitely, I think, just confirmed that yes, like this was been ongoing. And
how many people are going to go down on this? What's your prediction?
I mean, the thing is, and like, who knows? Because you're dealing with so many different. You're dealing with like the state level, and then you're dealing with like the federal. You're dealing with this happened on a Marine base. So now you're dealing.
Yeah, I was going to say it's going to go to the military.
Yeah, but kidnapping.
System.
I think kidnapping and this kind of stuff is probably a state crime.
Yeah.
I mean,
now, and I heard the sheriff's offices, but we're talking what, like a county in like Southern California. Like, what kind of sheriff do we have?
I think we need to shut down Camp Pendleton and put everyone in custody until we get to the bottom of this.
Sounds awesome.
I mean,
put every single person at
incredible.
that facility in custody right now, right, until we can get to the
Investigation.
bottom of this. Ridiculous.
And like all this shit's happened within a fucking week. It's like this is who we're paying fucking taxes to. Fucking kid diddlers, rapists, pedophiles, and then they'll kill your dog.
How is it that these people become masters of the universe? I don't freaking get it. Like, how do they get away with this shit?
You know, and we were talking about it off air before coming online, and it's like, ooh, like the non-aggression principle is wavering, like, but
no, the non-aggression principle is sound. There's a principle of self-defense which clearly applies.
But at what point is it like, yeah, we've been aggressed on for quite some time now, and
well, let's just say when you're in the business of keeping 14-year-old girls prisoners at your military base, okay, there's no limit, right? Like everything from here on out is self-defense when this is tolerated.
Exactly. That's what I think is lost with
and then was the girl from the area? I mean, I was watching something recently where they were saying something like 85,000 children that have been brought over the border are missing. So every time I hear these type of cases, I'm like, is it one of these kids that got brought over the border that's gone? That you
hear about these stories all the time, especially if like Native American communities or First Nation communities in Canada, all the like migrant communities coming up from South America and Central America. These people are totally vulnerable to this, and this is, somebody's got to put an end to this somehow. I can't believe this is tolerated on this scale through Hollywood, through the military, through the presidency. I mean, through what the hell? Like, how the hell did we end up getting ruled by a bunch of like pedo drug addicts?
I think the sad and sick reality is that this is pervasive in our society. And I think it's just like, it's coming out. And it's unfortunate, but I just think there's much more of this than we ever imagined.
Yeah,
so it's like
that's what this movie is about.
Spread. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because it happens so much, and it seems to be very prevalent, or at least there's been like this undercurrent. Like there's videos going around about Pinocchio, right? I don't know if you guys have seen this from the movie Pinocchio, where
the original or the
the original cartoon.
Well, I want to be a real boy.
Well, in one of the scenes, like I
they get taken to this island.
The guy, he's like talking about he's collecting stupid little boys, and he talks about how he takes them to Pleasure Island, and like the guy's like, "What? Well, Pleasure Island? But wait!" And he goes, "They'll never tell. They'll never leave." And it's like, what?
Creepy.
Like I only have one. There's only one logical conclusion to come from something like that. I mean, even looking through 2023 lenses, like this movie came out in the 40s. So it's like it seems to be an undercurrent of this type of stuff going on for a long time, and everyone's.
But how do they get to rule the world? Okay, like like I don't get that part.
They make deals with the devil or something.
Out there.
I don't know.
Dude, they're demonic. Like I don't know. Like another story to save for the after hours, but it's like it gets to the point where it's when
get you some Jesus. Do something.
Seriously, I'm telling and it's just like when Ron Paul was on Timcast or I think it was Luke Radowski asked the question. He's like, are they that incompetent? Or are they evil? And like Ron Paul just looked at them and like both. And he had to like work amongst these people for how many years, decades. They're fucking evil. Like it's getting to that point where it's like, all right, Nat, be gone. Like these people need to be gone. Like, it's like when does it get to a point where it's like where we could like air all the grievances of where we've been aggressed upon, and it's like, all right,
Nuremberg trial,
right.
I mean, at least some kind of truth and reconciliation commission. Like, it's going to take generations and generations to sort through this crap. You know
Free
what I mean?
That's what I say, Sean. They drinking that baby blood. That's right, Sean.
We could convert. Like, think about it. Like all of those football stadiums could be converted to like what you suggested, Babs, like a pay-per-view, like monster truck jam or something of that nature. Where it's like Fauci goes in, and if he escapes, you know, like,
And it's a movie like The Running Man or something like
yeah.
that.
Think
What did
about
we
it.
say?
All
He
these
could live.
football
He could
kids,
live out his life like in a
Yeah.
luxurious prison if he survives the encounter,
right?
right? But it's paid for by his pay-per-view revenue, right?
Like
So
Dr. Fauci,
Oh.
we have this gentleman, we have a whole crew
they're coming for me.
of-
Can you hear it?
of individuals that did 30 to 40 years on selling drugs that were legal now. You are responsible for X amount. Like, if you can escape this, then maybe you get to live out your life in prison. But if you don't, well, sorry, you know, that's the free market solution to what needs to happen.
Private
And
punishment.
karma.
Yep.
Yeah.
Karma. You know, I digress.
Speaking of, and these are the same monsters. Do we have that video of Biden saying that, like, why he had to give cluster bombs to Azov
yes.
Battalion because they're out of bullets or out of
So they're
ammo?
running out. Yeah, they ran out of bullets or something.
Yeah.
Talk about a sick pedo warmongering bastard. What the hell?
And there's videos of Saki, the former prostitute, saying, no, we can't send them cluster munitions or bombs because that would be considered a war crime, and that's illegal for
That's
international
why they changed
law.
the name, I think. That's why they're
Yep.
calling cluster munitions
Semantic.
versus cluster bombs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Semantics.
Yeah, but
and
see,
But they're
law
aren't
are-
these supposed to
they're
be? These are
devastating.
different because
kids in Vietnam are still getting like their legs blown off, like 50, 60 years later. Like, fuck these
one will
people.
do it right away, apparently.
Yeah.
right. They're claiming these have a much better dud rate.
Dude, I swear to
Right.
God, like, I
Like
just happen to
literally,
yeah,
the military
dud
is
rate,
talking
yeah.
about a dud rate.
like
you know,
like 4th of July fireworks. Oh, that was a dud. It's like, yeah, it's
What's
like
the
it's-
dud rate in the White House? I mean,
100%.
my God.
but seriously, like, I can't even believe, like, and people are going to tolerate this. Frickin' these kind of,
Yep.
I mean, like
Yes,
they
they
didn't
are.
learn, and they didn't learn anything in
Nope.
Southeast Asia that this horror is still being lived out, and now they're going to
Mhm.
condemn generations into the future with depleted uranium, birth
Mhm.
defects, just like Iraq. They didn't learn that
God,
shit,
yeah.
and now they're doing this shit. Like,
Dude,
what the? It's like
people aren't even fighting for their own kids at this point, man.
Right. They're just
This-
turning them over to, like,
So yeah,
Oh.
I mean,
there's a recent
gotta
study in
just-
2020 that, like, it's like, what?
gloves are
You're-
off.
It's seriously.
Yeah.
It's getting to that point. Anyway.
we just have to create our just parallel
Community.
systems.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you're
So-
building a community up in Vermont. Tell us all about what's been going on up in Vermont, and tell us
I'm
about
sure
this
that's a
upcoming
lot more
event.
fun than this crap we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
Yeah, I
yeah,
know.
yeah.
Meadows,
Talk
and
about, like,
warmongers,
mountains and like weed and like
Yeah,
what's
like-
going on.
And love and good stuff.
Homesteading, all that good stuff.
Yeah, speaking of which, I'm wearing my my earrings are of one of my former roosters. I don't know if you guys
Former.
can see
Oh,
that.
no.
Oh.
Yeah, well, he got to me too many times, so those were his spurs. So I made earrings out of them.
from
That's pretty
cockfighting.
based.
Yeah.
Cockfights.
I wish
talked
not
to
from
Dom?
cockfighting.
Yeah,
Or
right.
Donnie.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so organizing a festival. It's called Liberty Stock, and basically it's just a continuation of this idea that I've had for many years now to have a freedom festival, a libertarian based festival in Vermont. It's such a beautiful place. And
concur.
I think that it's important to bring these ideas to folks in a fun way. And I think festivals are a great way to experience. One of the things that we're going to have, of course, is we're going to have music. We're going to have some local musicians, people that are from Vermont, people that are from just kind of the New England area. We're going to have a free market expo. So that's going to be our vendors area. So I love to create free markets, and that's kind of one of the other components of this. So we have people that are selling rabbit meat and raw milk and
Raw milk.
Nice.
what and
Sounds like anarchy.
cannabis, unregulated, cannabis that's not going to get taxed.
Will it be nudist?
No, there won't be nudist. The only
Aw.
thing there won't be.
We won't need any
Sorry.
dick pic bots at
Did
you
you
No.
did you go to the Nude Olympics at Porkfest?
Well, I always camp right next to them. So, I get the preview all the time. And they're actually like a cool bunch of people, like right at their hub. So, you know,
I was right
No.
across the street from them last year, and they seemed nice enough, but they played like loud, bad music like all the time. But that was my only complaint.
So,
Like if I
so
had a
this year
complaint,
they were,
damn kids.
yeah, so this year they were, no, well, some of them did, but they weren't hanging out in that area. There's like another group that did that, but unfortunately, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, this year they were pretty tame. There was just like 1 or 2 nights where they had the music on kind of late, but they always do that like Friday night or Saturday night. So you just kind of expect it. But yeah, so Liberty Stock is going to be a lot of fun. And we also have some speakers. And you guys are one of the sponsors, and I'm really excited and grateful. And you guys are going to be podcasting live,
we're
correct?
doing it. Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah!
Awesome.
Babs will definitely be there. I'm like 90% sure I'm going to be there. So if anything, Babs
we're
and I
doing it.
will report live from.
I'll bring my Starlink just to make sure
Yes.
we've got a good connection.
You
or
got the
whatever,
battery
so.
pack. Like, who knows? I might
yeah.
have a well generator. I might have a welder by then. I don't know. Let's see. Who
And
knows?
it's in a gorgeous property where there's been other festivals. It's on 100 acres in Cabot, Vermont. Cabot is the home of the Cabot Creamery, Cabot cheddar
Oh,
cheese,
the cheese.
and it's
I'll tell you,
yes.
the wives will dig it. I'm serious, guys. It's gorgeous up there.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's like when you think of like beautiful mountain area, like that's one of the places. It's really nice there. So there is they had a festival in the past that was really popular in this area called Manifestivus. And it was huge. And yeah, and then there's a Jerry Jams festival, which is like a Jerry Garcia Deadhead festival that's happening there this year. So this is going to be kind of to tie up the end of the summer.
Will the Deadheads have left by then, or will they still be
They
wandering? in the
will, but
woods?
I'm gonna be hanging out with them this weekend to promote the event. So maybe some of them will hang out and come
Do you have some
by.
bands? I remember. Do you got some other bands lined up? Or I remember last year
Yeah,
when
so
we
one of
spoke,
the
my cousin's reggae band played. So
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. So one of the bands that's going to be there is called Hannah's Field. They're going to be like one of our featured bands. And actually, Ben Weir, who is with the Libertarian Party of
Yes.
New Hampshire, emo. So he's going to actually be coming and doing some acoustic covers and originals also.
Yeah,
And we have some
my
other
guy.
folks that are going to be playing, and I'm still getting bands together and looking for a DJ. I'm trying to get a former chair of LP New Hampshire to be the DJ, so maybe we can put a little pressure on him. He was a
Nice.
DJ, so I'm like, I need a DJ. But yeah, so we have some cool bands and we have speakers. There's going to be panel discussions on food rights, food activism, which sounds weird, right? But in some places, you're not allowed to grow your own food or buy raw milk. And we're going to be there's going to be some experts that are going to be talking about that case in Pennsylvania about the farmer who actually got shut down by the feds for selling meat directly from his animals, selling it directly to members of a co-op that they developed as a way to
Damn
kind of
Amish.
circumvent something.
It's Amish.
Yeah,
I think that's
God,
so.
you know.
That's Olga, you're hitting on it. I think that's so important as these systems and everything's collapsing, like
We have to
agorist
just start,
activity,
yeah,
like growing your own
absolutely.
food, having backyard chickens, doing like now's the time to be doing based libertarian shit. So it's like this event sounds pretty awesome and like inspiring for people to actually like do libertarian shit in real life, because everything around
And then
us is
connect with one
collapsing.
another.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I feel like
Alright,
we have
It's so
to
important right
bridge.
now to build a community. It's so important right now to build that like that Liberty fucking network wherever you're at, because shit is
Yes.
getting goofy and it's getting rapidly goofy. And so this is important. Like this event, like I'm looking forward to it. I'm fucking sold. You know what? The
What about
Thumbs
Jared and
up.
Otto?
100%.
Jared, Otto, what do you
let's
need to get there?
go.
What do you,
I'm
what do we
already
gotta do?
gonna be in Jamaica. So
Okay,
Oh.
you get a pass,
Dude. All right,
Otto.
so
Yeah.
I'm
Jamaica
poor.
Queens.
no,
right by the beach, boy.
but I wish
Sorry,
I could be
Otto.
there. It sounds like a blast.
What about you, Otto?
I'm poor, so
He's just a bitch.
I can't afford.
You can
He's
come
a
and
front
be poor.
hole.
You can be.
Front
I
hole.
will.
Yeah.
I will cover
Oh.
your campsite or whatever you need up there.
Yeah, just drive. Well, you guys are sponsors, so you've already, paid. Like you're all welcome to just come hang out and do your thing.
Freeload.
You can sell something. Bring a table and just sell whatever you want and make money.
I'll bring the
T-shirts.
t-shirts. Let's go.
Bring the T-shirts.
Yeah,
out.
bring t-shirts.
I could
Yeah,
bring.
totally.
I could bring my
I-
entire tent that would fit your whole family and set it up on my campsite.
Yeah.
There you go.
And Jared, no excuse.
see.
You're gonna have good Wi-Fi connection in Jamaica. I tuned in live from Jamaica last year, so take
Well,
this
I'll
as a
tune in.
friend.
That's right.
Yeah.
So right,
I
he's not
tuned
off
in
the hook
live
from
from
the
Jamaica. I'm
show.
actually
He's
wearing my
just off
Jamaican-
the
Plan is
hook
to just
from the-
not do anything the whole time, just chill. So I'll have plenty of
Well, I
time to
get you.
hop on the show.
There you go. Sounds like a plan.
That sounds
All
like a
right,
cool
so
trip to
I think
Jamaica.
it's
Yeah.
agreed upon. We're
Dude,
gonna
Sean,
be
hold
out
on.
there.
Sean's got a good idea here.
Oh,
You can
Yeah.
sell some
Yeah.
auto
Oh,
blows.
yeah.
Let's
gotta
see if
get
we can
back
get
in-
like
My
a
bad.
like
You
a
gotta
whole
get back
interload
into the
from
auto
China.
blow game.
Yeah.
yeah. What's up? Have we lost contact with the auto blow?
No, I
dude,
talked to
I
Birdman.
got to send him another email. It's been like
All right.
5
Yeah.
years, I think.
Olga, well, we can save that story. Remind Olga about that story, and
Save
I'm
it.
sure some after hours listeners haven't heard that story.
Yes, I have it in the back of my head. I kind of
Oh,
remember.
okay. So yeah, that's
We've definitely
yeah.
told it.
But we got to
above.
reach
We
out.
Story-
can save it.
Yeah.
Yeah, where's he been lately? We should reach out.
But for folks that are interested, check out libertystock.org. There's a link for the tickets. You can find it on Eventbrite. Right now, there's an early bird special. So the tickets are the least expensive that they're going to be for the entire time. Ticket prices are going to go up. I need to cover expenses and I want to be able to pay the people that are performing what they deserve. So, but get your tickets now. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Excellent.
We're looking
Oh,
forward
yeah.
to it.
Hey, I just
I'm so
posted
excited to have you guys there.
I just posted a really fun cop video in the comments that it's freaking great. I'm
we
just
should close
saying,
it out
if
on
you
this
wanna
one?
Check it out. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's see.
Yeah, we'll
Fun
have
cop video. I
we'll
thought
have
that said
all the
Dylan Mulvaney
info
first.
on Liberty Stock on the show notes.
Sweet.
All right.
Oh damn, I don't. Oh yes, this guy.
Oh, I saw this.
This
Turn up
is
the
great.
volume.
This guy's
Oh, yeah, this
brilliant.
guy rocks.
Roll down?
This is how you handle.
Why do you
cops.
pull me over? I'll tell you that if you roll it down. Why can't you tell me now? Because the reason I pulled you over is you were yelling something from before. So what? Huh? So what? That's why you pulled me over, because I'm yelling? I don't know if you're in need of help or anything. Oh, I don't need help. So, thank you. Okay, let me see your driver's license real quick. I don't need help. Okay, can I see your driver's license? What for? Can you use the turn signal when you made
Yes.
turn?
Of course I did.
See your driver's license.
You can hear the sound on the dash cam too.
Let me see your driver's license. You can just crack the window if that's what you want to do.
It's already cracked.
I can't see that.
Well,
This thing.
it doesn't matter. Here.
That's good window technique.
I don't wish
really,
to
it
answer
is.
questions.
Yeah.
You have to let me know if there's a
Because who
weapon.
knows what smells are in your car, right? And even with the
I did.
open window,
So you have to tell them if
When you
they're
demand
can say he smelled
identification, I have to display this. That's what they told me in the class. That's what the law
not-
says.
if the officer wants to take a
And actually, if I don't display, there's really not much you can do because there is no penalty attached to that. I have to carry this if I'm carrying this.
Are you carrying?
I don't answer questions.
Okay, so if you have a weapon in the
Nice.
car, then what?
This guy's awesome.
You got one on your hip. So what? No, you don't.
How do I know?
Because you can't smell my
I
breath.
can smell something coming
Oh,
out.
really?
Let's see. Let me do some field sobriety.
I don't think so.
Can't do that.
Yeah, where are you coming from?
Huh?
Where are you coming from?
You saw me
Don't
where I was
answer it.
coming
Oh,
from.
I just saw you driving down.
Are you done with this?
I'm done with that, yeah.
All right, cool.
Where are you coming from?
I don't answer questions. I've already told you.
God, this guy's amazing.
His
Let me know when
accent
I'm free to
makes
go.
it even better.
Still desperate to find something to use in retaliation against Clear Lake, Deputy Vega inspects the lights.
His name is Clear Lake?
Yeah. I don't know.
That's
we
cool.
got to get this guy on the
front of the
podcast.
vehicle.
Also, what is your
Study
name?
from him.
What's your name? Your name? Sheriff, that's your name? Sheriff? I'm not familiar with the English alphabet, sir. Okay. Can I have an
Now he
incident
rolls down the
number,
window.
please? Oh, a ticket. A ticket, okay.
He's gonna roll it back up.
Okay? I don't want you exiting the vehicle because you have a weapon in the car.
Did I exit the vehicle? Did I exit the vehicle?
Give you a heads up.
Did I exit the vehicle? Hey, can I? You do have a dash cam, right? Very good. You can't just
leave it
pull me
alone,
over
though.
because I said fuck the police. I hope you realize that. Stupid fuck.
A moment later, the deputy returns.
I'm sorry?
You have insurance on the vehicle?
Yeah,
Can you show it to me, please? It doesn't come back.
of course it comes back.
Not on my system, it doesn't. Also, it's not typical
System.
behavior for somebody to be yelling out of the vehicle.
Put your Windows
Have you
98
had
in your
anything to
car.
drink tonight?
Nice. Just slaps it up against the windshield. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not answering
that's great.
shit.
Is that your current address?
Is there a question?
Yes, sir. Is that your current
Do
address?
I- do I
Yeah,
answer
you don't have to answer
questions?
that.
Okay, I'll just assume that's incorrect then.
And why would you do that? Did you read my address on the driver
You
license?
didn't have an address. You didn't have an
Yeah,
apartment
do your
number.
fucking job.
Of course
Don't
it
answer
does.
their
Can you
questions.
speak to me
You've already seen it. I've already complied with that part.
there? I don't. But I'm just saying, you didn't have a driver. You didn't have an apartment number
Of course it does.
on your driver license.
Man.
Dude, this guy's got this.
This guy has a lot of patience.
The
Dude.
officer returns a moment later and again initiates
Dude, I
the
already had it. I
discussion
already
by showing
well,
his
I'm not-
disdain for Clear Lake exercising
I like
his
he's
right
smoking
to free
his cigarette.
Yeah.
Can I say
so
that I've never
calm.
met anybody
Calm
quite
as
like you
cucumber.
that would yell at an officer doing their job. But
So,
you have a great
let me
day.
understand.
Fines open.
Wait, may I ask a question?
Questions on there? There's the address.
Yeah, no, I have a question.
There's an incident
Can you get your
number on the thing right
supervisor here, please?
No,
Is the stop over?
The stop is over. You may leave.
All right.
Please don't exit until I get out. Go ahead.
Well, you said the stop is over, right? Okay, I'm not getting out. I will. Okay, there is no need to draw your weapon, man. Are you fucking
This guy's
drawing your
got some
weapon, you
balls.
fucker? I didn't get out of the car. You told me that already. Yeah. Did I get out of the car? Go fuck yourself. Yeah, right over there you can.
Wow.
Add that to the soundboard. Go fact
Right
yourself.
over there,
Dude,
you
yes. This guy's an American hero
Just
or
run
whatever,
the whole
wherever he
thing.
is from.
That just brings a
Well, that's what he was
This guy.
saying. He learned it in his citizenship class, which we don't
Yeah.
even learn here anymore in school. They went
in the
over the
public
stuff. That's what he was
indoctrination camps,
referring
they don't
to.
teach you your rights. They don't teach your
No.
inalienable rights that were
The civics requirement to get your citizenship. They used to give that in schools. They don't do that.
But you know what
anymore.
they
Oh, we-
can't give you in school is that like his level of personal dignity. You know what I mean? That he
Mhm.
was
Right.
preserved in that situation. You know,
Yeah.
and like his sheer refusal just to lose his dignity in this. You know, even in the face of overwhelming force. You know, like he kept his composure and.
I wonder where this guy. Where was he from? Does anybody know? He said
He
learned it
sounds
in citizenship class.
Italian.
Yeah, I don't know. I
thought
don't
he
want
was
to
Eastern
assume.
European. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, the opening the
yeah.
door part at the end just to say "fuck you." You could have died, but he still,
Yeah,
it
like,
was
dude.
just- I think he knew that, and he was still going to do
I
it.
was
'cause
thinking
fuck you.
the same thing.
Yeah,
But he clarified. He's like, "Is the stop over?" Just to get it on the record.
And the dash cam was on
yes.
to make
That's-
sure that, like, before he decided, it was. You could see he was doing a calculated risk, like analysis in his head. Like,
Oh,
okay,
yeah.
the dash cam's on, so if he murders me, well, I might
Right.
live. I could.
They'll
sue him,
have
we'll
this
see,
part
you
of
know,
the
let's find
video.
out. At least I'll go down, you know, like on camera.
This dude covered all like he dotted all the I's, crossed all
Yeah.
the T's, covered all his bases. Fucking
Well,
like
it also might have been
was
just to
2 steps
remind
ahead.
the
He had
cop
like Jedi
about
mind
the
tricks on
camera.
the. What's that?
It might
That-
not have been like asking about the camera, but just to remind the cop that he's on. camera.
that you're on camera. So
Oh,
anything he's
absolutely.
fucking do
Just
is
to
double
make that
recorded.
something in his that he's thinking
Yeah.
about.
some Jedi mind tricks, like already like.
That's what I've been thinking about.
They're going to have to. They should just have cameras like standard in cars just for this situation at this point.
Yeah, but then they're just going to monitor you and shit.
Yeah, I know. I as soon as I said it, I realized that too.
Well, there's a market opportunity. There's a market opportunity for some, dash cams that aren't tied to, something you could plug into your cigarette lighter and just.
I have a dash cam anymore. Like I have a dash cam. First thing I did was disable the driver-facing camera. Right, like. Granted, you're not going to see if somebody.
Then you won't see that whole video,
right? Well, it's just it has a front camera and a rear camera, right? But I disabled the one that faces me.
It's got a front hole.
Rear hole. Yeah, but James, if that cop situation had happened to you, you wouldn't have gotten it on video.
That's true.
Unless you can
I
turn
had
it.
turned it around somehow.
Yeah.
Or you just tell them, hey, this is recording.
Probably try to go for like an iPhone. Recording at that
Remember
time.
We had
it's always hard to record a cop when you're under the gun like that. Like
and Babs,
you're under all the adrenaline's flowing and the buttons don't work.
And Babs,
I'm sure that guy was shitting bricks too, even though he was brave.
Yeah, well, he played it. He was cool, cool.
Yeah.
As fuck.
I don't know, man. He seemed like he had balls of fucking steel, dude.
Oh no, I'm sure.
Babs, to your point, recording. We had a couple episodes ago with our friend of the show, Jacob Lamont, and in those situations, you can't grab your phone and record enough time, and even if you do, you might drop your phone and you can't get it on camera. And then with these fucking ridiculous DAs and prosecutors, your battery's dead, whatever the case may be,
or they confiscate it afterwards.
Literally, if you go back, off the top of my head, I don't remember the episode, but it was a couple weeks ago. A dash cam could get you out of a jam. So
I also wonder if it could be used against me though. I have it in case somebody pulls in front of me and I run into it. I've got evidence.
Yeah.
But are there any circumstances where, let's just say it was like a suspected DUI and I'm dead? Would they just pull out that chip and let's see, how drunk was he? Like some things are maybe better not known.
Yeah.
But could it be used against you? Couldn't they, if they know it exists, it could be subpoenaed and become evidence against you?
True.
Yeah. Well, let's take this on over.
Olga,
to
plug away
now. Yeah. So Olga, tell us.
Liberty
tell us
Stock.
where we can find everything.
LibertyStock.org. You guys could find me at Latina Libertarian on YouTube, olgamaria.org, my website, where you can find all my stuff.
Nice. Well, thanks for coming on tonight.
That's it.
Really
love talking with you guys. Love hanging out with you guys. Thanks. I look forward to hanging out with you guys on September 2nd at Liberty Stock.
Can't wait.
So you're going to be hanging with us in after hours there, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice. As soon as I fix my headband, that's cutting off the circulation to my brain.
Well, we'll have some time to do that in between the shows. But if you guys want to check out the After Hours podcast, you go over to PRLfans.com and you can find other ways to donate to our show. But if you want to get a link to the live chat, actually, it's a live stream, sorry. So the live stream, you go over to patreon.com and sign up for as little as $3 a month. And we also have different, like you said before, we have different levels, $10 level, the $1,000 Fed level. Check that out too. Please sign up for that. And we also have t-shirts for sale over at libertariancountry.com. If you use the code PRL or PRL podcast, you get a 10% discount. If you spend $50 or more, you get a 20% discount with the code PRL2. And until next time, live free
or die.